Take a look at this image from the 2018 Charlevoix Summit. It captures the G7's long-standing strategy for managing the United States, using peer pressure and diplomatic posturing to enforce American compliance. That strategy proved ineffective. Diplomatic pressure offers no leverage against a leader who rejects the very existence of the alliance system. By the 2026 summit in Avion-les-Bains, France, the remaining members realized they could no longer rely on a strategy of persuasion. These charts illustrate the statistical reality driving that shift. The G7 now represents less than 10% of the world's population and controls under 30% of global GDP. With American reliability now a volatile variable, the alliance shifted its focus. They stopped demanding loyalty and began acquiring strategic insurance policies from non-Western nations. This pivot began with a group of nations recruited specifically to secure the physical foundations of the global economy. Securing vital supply chains, powering critical energy grids, and growing essential food. Egypt manages the Suez Canal, managing the trade shocks that occur when traditional shipping routes become unsafe. Qatar provides a hedge against energy shortages, utilizing its massive exports of liquefied natural gas to exert influence over global energy markets. The United Arab Emirates offers a dual utility role, providing the G7 with both vital OPEC oil capacity and necessary financial capital. Brazil serves as a global breadbasket while acting as a diplomatic router, maintaining the G7's connection to the BRICS nations. Recruiting these specific nations provides the physical circuit breakers needed to stabilize an increasingly volatile global economy. The second strategy focuses on industrial hardware, securing the manufacturing capacity required to counter Chinese technological dominance. This makes South Korea the most critical industrial partner for the alliance. South Korea controls 70% of global DRAM chip production. This hardware is the absolute prerequisite for the G7's ambitions in AI and cloud computing. Beyond just silicon, South Korea's massive shipbuilding capacity provides the physical vessels urgently needed to maintain global trade routes. Without these manufacturing capabilities, G7 statements regarding supply chain resilience are essentially pieces of paper. The final group provides intangible assets. Ukraine serves as moral collateral, acting as proof that the G7 still stands against territorial aggression. Kenya provides diplomatic legitimacy in Africa, hosting vital United Nations institutions and possessing significant critical mineral reserves. Finally, India sits at the table as the ultimate demographic and economic swing state, bringing unparalleled scale to the alliance. This bar chart shows the scale of that power, a projected 2026 GDP of over $4 trillion and a population nearing 1.5 billion people. Those numbers make India the only nation capable of altering the geometry of the entire global system. This group photo from the Evian Summit reveals a fundamental change in the nature of the room. By integrating nations like the UAE, Egypt, and Brazil, the G7 has transformed from a group focused on shared values into a ruthless risk management syndicate. The Evian Summit represents the active drafting of a post-American world. Other nations have realized that survival requires building systemic redundancy and resource workarounds, rather than trying to isolate unpredictable superpowers. Geopolitical security now means building a global architecture so heavily insured and interconnected that no single American election can cause the system to collapse.